They played us like a damn fiddle!
Be warned. There is a peace edict in the gardens of Ysa. No disturbing the peace, and no open displays of weapons. Ridiculous, I know.
What is it? Your mortal ambassadors will not give up. It is both admirable and pathetic. Your mortal ambassadors will not give up. It is both admirable.
Oh, excellent. Another... Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could... Oh, why, you're the ruler of the House of Ballads. How extraordinary. You wouldn't be interested in aiding a mere squire, would you? It is well beyond your station to do so, but, well, I face quite the predicament. I enjoy my role as steward, but my fear of Lady Olana overshadows any pleasure I might find in the tasks assigned to me. She is quite critical. Well, I've never met him, of course. Such an honor is not granted to squires. But they say he is quite incredible. As tall as a tree and radiating a great light, as though a sun burned within him. The birds sing to herald his glory. She is well suited to her role as the Lady of Receivership, as she enjoys judging the worth of others. She has assessed me as well, and I have been found lacking. I am steward of the High King's List, and apprentice to the Lady of Receivership. Olana will be so displeased once she finds out I failed her so. Few dustlings ever make their way to these gardens. I believe they fear us, as they fear the elements. As they should. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like to be called dustlings? My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Targaryen, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling. They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences, and I can't afford to offend any of them. Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice. Everywhere. Goronet is in the Hall of Appointments, but the others are all over the city. What a nightmare. Farewell, Honorable One.
I don't trust you, dustlings. Mortals, so curious. If you'd be so kind as to not disturb us in our reverie, it is the least you can do.
Please leave me to my task.
Bother someone else.
What is it?
All who wish to see Tyrion must go through Olanna here in the Hall of Appointments. Welcome to the Hall of Appointments. If you wish to gain an audience with the High King, this is where you will prepare.
Your mortal ambassadors will not give up. It is both admirable and pathetic.
Greetings. If you would be so kind as to not disturb us in our reverie, it is the least you can do.
Sage Crafting Services here. It's good to see you again, my liege. We here in Ysa are honored by your presence. How may I assist? This is where those who seek an audience with the Summer Court must first make their claim. And once that claim is honored, I will prepare them for reception. The Fae fulfill roles in the telling, be it king or steward. If one wishes to ascend the heavens, one must abide by the laws of nature. Your kind has tried for so long to gain access to this sacred place, to be near us. Yet here you all are, and I rarely see a single mortal in the understyle. What do they fear, I wonder? I am the attendant of the court's list, and the lady of receivership. I am trained in all aspects of courtly customs and stand 12th closest advisor to the High King. Farewell, friend.
Welcome.
They send the ruler of the House of Ballads to serve me? What form of unnatural mortal game is this? Why are you here? Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Targaryen's throne, even if I have to crawl. Are we through with this interrogation yet? I have seen more days than any of the others combined, and I'm slow because of it. I will watch from the back, thank you very much. Of course.
If this were my city, I'd want to hide it too. If the gardens of Ysa ever fell, I cringe to think of the outcome.
I await news from the Hall of Appointments, but surely you aren't their messenger. The ruler of the House of Ballads serves no one. Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenery? I enjoy watching her backside travel. Ah, very clever. Apologies, my fleshy friend. I will not help you get me in trouble. Remember, behind Lady Whinery. Always a pleasure. I am at your service, fleshy master.
Greetings.
All must follow the peace edict. It is the rule in Ysa.
I am at your service. This is the trellis, gateway to the court of summer, and His Excellency the High King. This is the... Welcome to the trellis, mortal. Tread carefully. Mortals are not often found this close to the font.
Are you supposed to be up here? The trellis is for those of high esteem and importance. Are you supposed to be up here? The trellis is for those of high esteem and importance.
The peace edict applies to all mortals.
Do you have an audience with the High King? Stranger things have happened. I would return to Felltown if I were you, mortal. We do not suffer fools gladly here on the trellis.
What do you want? Avoid Nomeron. He is a fool and an instigator. The font dry up?
Strange.
Why, he's mad. Welcome, youngling. You should visit Saramer in the House of Ballad's sanctuary. He has much to teach.
Have you seen the bristletongue blossom on the font above? It's blooming quite well this season. Lady Hartran waits and waits, but will the High King ever see her? That's the question. They have a history, you know. Lady Hartran waits and waits, but will the High King ever see her? That's the question.
My role is not to speak to mortals. Just keep them calm. You all possess a fiery temper. Do not distract me, Dustling. I meant to watch, to protect.
I am the great huntress Hartwan, and you are not allowed on the trellis. What brings you here, beautiful? How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Whinery. So it is only right I meet the High King before her. Not only must I be in front of Warlord Whinery, but I must also lead Lord Setter, the old lecher. Serves him right for all his past leering. Make sure I am ahead of my rival, Lady Whinery. That will make me happy. The pleasure was all mine, child of the dust. Goodbye.
Do not distract me, Dustling.
I'd advise you to leave me to my task. You could say I have a more task.
Yes, Dustling. Do not distract me, Dustling. I meant to watch.
Yes? Welcome to the gardens, mortal. But you have not come to visit the city, nor to speak with me. You are here on much graver errands. I can help you divine the role you will play in coming events, and the skills needed to finish that journey. We are a special breed, but you know that already. I am only a visitor here like you. Perhaps I was drawn to this place by something greater than myself. Perhaps it was you. This is where the Fae of Ysa fulfill their roles in the telling. You mortals call it work, but we see it as following the cycle, letting our nature guide us. Farewell. A mortal here?
You feel it, don't you? Anyone intimate with the ways of magic can detect the waning current. You're like me, Your Grace. You see the end. Is this how it happened at the House of Ballad? Did Hallam foresee this slow decay? I had a feeling he did. As it is in every season, this family of Summer Fae has communed at the feet of its greatest leader, the High King Tatarian. The Western Faelands are our domain. Every season, one is chosen to attend the font's magical flow, to act as ambassador. I'm the only Fae to have held the position more than once. I feel the strength of the currents. They wash through me. They rise up and overflow. However, their power weakens. Their cool waters recede. It has been located here for many of your generations, what we call seasons. Only in recent times has it been shaped to resemble one of your mortal cities. The Summer Court resides on the highest terrace, far above the rest of us, as it should be. While wise and powerful, he's also brash and narrow. A sliver of light in a world so dark that most of us are blind. His inaction is no match for mortal ambition. It is the source of Summer Court magic and touches our realm of origin, the land of Ashara. Without its constant flow, our kind would dry up like leaves and vanish. Most mortals know nothing of what lies beyond the veil. The magical realm of Ashara. It is a mystery even to us, as we departed its shores many seasons ago. Of the gardens of Ysa? Of the Summer Court? Why, this crystal war may be the end of all Fae. I know because I am Nomeron, master of the font, the wellspring of all Summer Court magic. I've seen it flow at its highest, but I've never seen it so dry. Something must be done before all this city withers into nothingness. The font is the source of all Summer Court magic. It has flowed through this mountainside since our kind sprang up from the dirt. That flow has waned in recent days. It's unnatural, even as the magic in the world grows. The Fae, it seems, will wither. The font's flow is controlled from the Lyceum Grove down below. We must open the root system and allow more water through. However, the magic that regulates this flow can only be used by some. It's protected by a ward known as the Waterlock. It can only be opened by one who carries drops from each of the 5 sacred pools surrounding Ysa. Collect these drops, and you can break the Waterlock. Collect water from each of the 5 sacred pools, and then go to the Lyceum Grove. This is where the roots can be opened to regulate the font's flow. Goodbye. It's good you're acting in my stead. If anyone saw me lurking at the Lyceum Grove, they would surely know there's a problem. The sacred pools are the collection points for the font's yield. Together, they cradle the gardens of Ysa. Keep it safe, powerful and hidden. You will find 2 of the pools below in the gardens themselves. One near the Ballad Sanctuary, and one in the Court of Summer itself. Goodbye.
You took me by surprise. I'm not accustomed to mortals on the trellis. Please, enter. I am Lord Saramar, the High Lore Sage of Ysa. I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads and the House of Valor. We are the children of the fields and fountains, a fey body filled with a deep breath of magic. All that you see around you is ours. For many seasons we lived in these forests and canyons alone, distrusting, apart. But once we felt the call to join together, we became the Seelie. By choosing to lead the Summer Fae, Titarian is eternally linked to our fortunes, both day and night. He feels the waning magic as a mortal might feel his heart sink at the sight of his sunrise. When our seasons end, Titarian will be the first to enter the long winter. This sanctuary is where the knights of our most prestigious house stay when visiting the Court of Summer. I act as their humble scribe and servant. All Summer Fae clutch the glory of the House of Ballads to its collective breast, knowing that the deeds of one are indeed the deeds of all. It was one of the Fae's great houses until its leader was challenged and beaten, and the magic faded under the mortals' leadership. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is wilted and closed as a result of our great loss. Or perhaps it's a sign of something darker. It is meant exclusively for those close to the Summer Court, or the ambassador who wishes an audience with the High King. Our most honourable institutions reside on the trellis, including the House of Ballad Sanctuary and what was once the House of Valor Sanctuary. May good fortune follow. May the cycle keep you.
Olayne will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Olayne will always shine among the ballad's lore, for humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
This is a place of great importance. Please refrain from touching anything. Welcome to the Lyceum Grove, where the great font of Ysa finds its source. I am at your service.
You're a long way from Felltown. Welcome to the Lyceum Grove, where the majesty of the font is glorified and regulated. I am Jackson, apprentice to the fontmaster and steward of tinctures and elixirs. Farewell, mortal. Welcome to the Lyceum Grove, where the majesty of the font is glorified and regulated. I am Jackson, apprentice to the fontmaster and steward of tinctures and elixirs. I enjoy the mortal world immensely. It adds such texture and color to our experience. Now and then you might find me in your dustling district, taking in the bustle. I am the steward of tinctures and elixirs. A meaningless title, one I gave myself, actually. But my work is vital, as is my role, to test the font's magic. This is where we watch over the font, the source of magic in the gardens of Ysa. It is a fountainhead that is nourished for as long as this world has been. The font's flow can be measured, directed, and even regulated, depending on the needs of our people. Font Master Nomoran attends to these duties. He has the role of monitoring the font's flow throughout the city and the Feylands. His telling is not to be envied, as it is one of our most important. Font Master Nomoran insists that everything flows as it should, yet I have seen his worry, and I feel the magic weakening. Strange forces are at work. It may be difficult to believe, but this city was once inhabited only by Fey. The understyle consisted of everything growing beneath the font. Now this important section of the Ysa is but a dark corner, all but forgotten. Bristletongue, my moy, that would be something. A mockingbird with the font's only yield. Of course I will tell you where it is. What would be the fun in refusing? But before I do that, you need to offer me something. Isn't that how you mortals act? One deed for another? As steward of tinctures and elixirs, I often dabble in alchemy, especially with the water from the font. And I need you to drink this potion. Good. I will know what this does to the mortal constitution. Go on, big gulps now. None of that sipping. Farewell, mortal.
The House of Ballads must have taught you courtly manners, but not enough to keep you from interrupting. What is it, Your Grace? I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor. There is no more important nature than that which lusts for battle. Creation and destruction are sisters in the great cycle, both necessary to maintain the balance. I am the flame that blackens the dirt, the smoke that blocks the sun. My time in the Withering War was my finest hour, but those seasons are long past now. The Summer Court would not stand for the mortal ambitions of Own, King of the Winter Court. So we burned him, as we burn a dying forest in need of mercy. Have you been given permission to speak with one of my station, fell person? I am Warlord Wenery, and not one to be approached without reason.
Mortals must stay together.
Sounds like you've been busy. Open up your pack and let's take a look. Not bad. You do good work. Didn't I tell you that these were worthless? Don't go making items of actual value. Bring more back to me and we'll do more business. Bring me something nice.
Yes, Your Grace. So, you're done. A right group of snakes, eh? So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails? It's good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents. Yes, yes. Of course. And then? All right. Next. Yes, yes. Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you. Goodbye, Your Grace.
Yes?
Enjoy your visit to the city, Your Grace. Long live the House of Ballads. She is a harsh mistress, prone to violence, but mostly of the swatting kind. Usually I deserve it. Farewell, Honorable One.
Have you seen 4 Fey nobles? I can't find them anywhere.
Hello. Oh.
I am very pleased to see you again. Mortals, such fascinating things. Yes, you! You are fascinating. All those who come to greet the king must first be granted permission by the Hall of Appointments in the Understyle, which I might say seems rather inconvenient. You mortals are talented at fighting what is natural. Perhaps this is your influence. I have heard he is a noble spirit, a beacon of wisdom and calm in this changing world. I will never know for certain if this is true unless I look upon him directly. I have done little in my many seasons than venture to this place and attempt to gain an audience with King Titarian. I have yet to succeed, but I keep coming.
My experience with you has convinced me that fell persons, while slightly stupid and aggravating, are not completely useless.
Hello. Welcome to the trellis, Dustling. This is a sacred walk. You gaze down from heaven upon the ruin that mortals have wrought. Just look at the House of Valor, the crumpled husk of its former self. Is this the fate of all our kind? To be wrung in the hands of the mortal world, to wither and fade? Every one of our kind has a gift, they say, a role in the telling. Mine is to seek harmony with nature, by keeping the wild fae under control. I am the Reaper. Most of my seasons are spent in the shadows of the canopy, tracking my prey. I have come to the Gardens of Ysa to report the decay of wild fae. They are disappearing, and the king must be informed. Either they are vanishing due to the decline in fae magic, or someone is hunting them. It's my duty to discover which story is true. The House of Seasons was where those in tune with the Great Cycle went to understand its many mysteries. But the Great House now stands empty, its occupants gone. King Titarian will not speak of it, but I know something has happened. Whatever it is, the signs are ominous. Growth is violent, and nothing can reach fruition without surviving conflict. That is nature's way. Our House of Valor celebrated that conflict. Now, however, this great house has fallen to mortals such as you. That is why this sanctuary has withered and faded. The magic is gone. The trellis was created as common ground where the members of the great houses may meet to share knowledge and search for answers. However, it's not been the same since the House of Valor fell and the House of Seasons was deserted. And I always thought that nothing changes. Farewell, young one.
Welcome, little one. Any news?
Oh, why must you keep bothering me? My audience with the king could begin at any time. They make up the most powerful body in the world, especially now that the mortal races have become embroiled in conflict. A second spring is coming, mark my words. I remember a cycle, a great many seasons, when your kind did not trample the Gardens of Ysa. This city was the ideal in those times. It is forever tainted now. I spent many seasons wandering the wood of the She, acquiring the knowledge necessary to better serve the summer court. But does Titarian care? Never. Such groveling is beneath me. Such spectacles of royalty and procedure. I may be able to wait an eternity for an audience, but the untended garden grows wild. He is the most beautiful of us, a being of absolute perfection. It is a shame he must grace the mortal realm in a physical form. His true brilliance is beyond you.
No fighting in the city! Please leave me to my task. Bother someone else.
Greetings.
Move along. I must not be bothered.
Do you seek answers?
You are not meant to be here. Mortals have no place on the font. I am guardian of the court of summer and protector of the font. I watch over the most precious of the city's blossoms, including the rare bristle-tongue bloom. Its petals open once every few seasons, lifetimes for mortals such as you. But its seeds are potent and volatile, hence my vigil. The court communes in the building behind you. They are not to be disturbed, for their wisdom can shift the stars and clear the clouds. You are not to go near. I patrol the gardens near the font during the daylight hours, but must return to reverie at twilight, as do all my kind. It is a powerful communion between the Fae and the magic that sustains us. We come together in the evening hours to connect and to feel as one. Many believe that the font supplies all of the western Feylands, the realm of the Summer Court, with their magic. Its flow touches all of us with its gifts. It is time to leave. Walk away, mortal. Walk away, mortal. I am not to be distracted, mortal. You must go now.
You've got the seeds! Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Aska's draft ready before the week is out. Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like. See you soon. Make yourself at home. Mortals and Ysa should stand together. Thanks for the business.
Ysa is yours to explore.
You've done well, Child of the Dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again. May your gods protect you, mortal.